Okay, just a quick look at my dry start tank. Did this about 4 weeks ago now. Got some hair grass in there, some HC, not quite sure what's at the back, and some Christmas moss, which is not doing too well on the root there. So this has been going for about 4 weeks now. I was going to keep it going for 6 to 8. Not sure if you're going to be able to see, probably not on the HC, maybe over the back here. Yeah, starting to get some die off at the back there. Not quite sure why. I mean, what I've noticed over the last week is, as you can see, even though I've got cling film on the top of the tank, as the weather's cold, the condensation, well, there's hardly any at all, and that has been in the last week or so, and I think that's what's causing it, if the truth be told. So I'll probably be sinking that today, as I just think it's just going to keep dying off. It's not as long as what I wanted to keep it for. I don't think it's the substrate. I mean, it is only Carib Sea substrate. It's a planted substrate, nowhere near as good as ADA. It's not got the same sort of minerals and things in it, but I'm sure it's not that, because it was doing really well. I mean, you know, some of these, the way it has bedded in, and you can see these were all individual little clumps, and you can see where they're all trying to join up. They were all like that, to be fair. I mean, that's to do with the space, and not done that properly, but that's what they were all like, and you can see they have bedded in 4 weeks. So we'll be looking to sink that today. So, I mean, this was just a quick one. I spoke on my last video that I was going to be doing a planted tank, naturesque style. Well, this is what it looks like maybe 4 or 5 weeks later, after using the dry start method. And for those that don't know what the dry start method is, you basically plant your tank, wet substrate, humidity, and you just don't put no water in it, and you just let the plants grow. It's mainly for the smaller plants, the HC, things with root systems that you can't always just plug deep into the substrate, and it helps them to spread. You do get an element of die-off when you flood the tank, so there is a possibility that these could go worse before they get better. From what I've read, the idea is when you flood your tank, maybe don't put livestock in straight away. Go really heavy on CO2. Try and keep the algae at bay. Get the plants going. Maybe do a shorter light period. I mean, at the moment these are running 10 hours a day. You can do that. It's not a problem. There's no water in the tank really, so you're not really going to, or shouldn't, get the problems of algae. I mean, to be fair, if I show you the water level, I mean, this is it. You know, I've got a puddle there. That shouldn't really be there. So there's a little bit too much water. If you do try this and you suffer from that, you could always put something underneath the front and all the water will go towards the back. The hair grass has dried out, I think, because obviously there's a hill there. Yeah, it should suck the moisture up through the substrate, but as to how well it's doing it, I'm not sure. Another thing with dry start methods, get yourself a spritzer, so to speak, something that will spray water, because you do need to air the tank once a day. Take the lid off, give it a couple of minutes of air just to recirculate the gases that would have built up somewhat. The oxygen would have been used by the plants, even, well, I say that obviously there's still oxygen going in there, but the fact that you block it all off to create humidity, you do still want to refresh the air in there. And you just spray it. I was doing mine once a day, sometimes twice. Any puddles of water that was causing, I was generally using a little syringe to get those out, so that's not a problem. And it's just not the normal spray you get. It's the pump type. You get it from B&Q or somewhere like that for about £8, £10, and that will. It's a mister. That will mist fine over there to keep everything nice. So hopefully, if all goes well on my next film, this will be sunk. My last one, I think it was the filter one I was doing. I was talking about maybe getting a aquarium computer. I have a GHL Profilux. overkill somewhat. These things are normally used on marine tanks, but I got it at a good price. It was on eBay. I say it's good, it's still working, let's hope it still does. New issues, it was German, so I had to learn some German quite quickly. Google, get the language into English, but yeah, it seems to be doing okay. It's running me lights. It's only got a temperature probe on it at the moment. We'll be putting a pH on it, and that's just me. CO2 canister with a Tunzi regulator, and obviously that's the light bar that comes with the aquarium computer. So yeah, so just a quick one on my dry start method tank. If I do another one, it will be sunk hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, with some water changes, high CO2. Probably be dosing with, I think it's Seachem Excel or Flourish, whatever one is the carbon. That's supposed to help keep algae at bay as well on a new startup tank, and then maybe putting some fish in maybe another 2-3 weeks. I'm not rushed. Obviously, I'm going to have a filter of salts running on it. I'll have 2. I've got another Eco running, which is running on another tank at the moment. That will be going in second. That will have all my live bacteria already going on that, so I'm not concerned about cycling a tank. Shouldn't be an issue. But when I sink this, I will have the Tunzi, I think it's Ecoline or whatever it's called, running on this for water circulation. Just got my Purigen in it, and my Phosguard, and that's it really. So thank you.